and be fearful. Why? This is my country, and all I'm trying to do is create value by making sacrifices, using my resources to do what I know will create value for my country. Why must I need to walk the phone to call 10,000 people trying to get to one person because of doing what is right in my country? That's not a sustainable system. That's a system that destroys the spirit of entrepreneurship. We have problems. The ideas are in abundance. The resources might not be fully available, but we can deal with it. The structure that we have does not work and does not support entrepreneurship or small and medium businesses in contributing to economic growth. Yet we do not have a choice, because the numbers do not support that we sit and live on the big businesses alone. There's no reason why a multinational should get everything they need, and the small and medium-sized businesses, and by the way, there are many small and medium-sized businesses that turn over billions. So we're not talking of change. Would have to beg for what they need to provide jobs for Nigerians that need to have jobs under a system and in a nation that has those people to provide for. Entrepreneurship is a low-hanging fruit. In 1 year, we can change so many. What we've done in Lagos State was just within 2 years. I put down 10 million of my money. Lagos State put down 100 million. So far, we're at about 200 and something people. We have about 400 and something people approved. But to even get it, all you ask them to do is get guarantors who will write a post-dated check in advance. Some people do not have family members who have accounts that can write checks to guarantee 100,000 for them. I'm telling you the truth. That's to tell you why we need to rethink the fundamentals of how we structure it. The normal international model that we know will not necessarily work. We have to look at what works for us, and we must prepare ourselves to take some losses. We will lose some. But so what? If we win enough to make the change, and if we start a chain, then we can have an inductive effect that will produce the result that we seek as a nation. It's frustrating seeing and talking to so many young people day by day, or talking. Can you imagine how many CVs I receive? You look like the evil person. Because can you really provide jobs for everybody that wants you to help their child to get a job? The jobs are not even there. So where are you going to find them? The only way we create the jobs is that we work to create the businesses. And there are enough of us as entrepreneurs who have walked this route to a point. We have ideas of what to do. We can create the clusters ourselves once we're allowed to do what we know to do, in order to create an enabling environment to help the ones that are coming from the bottom to grow. If you cohabit groups, you will see emergence of value chains that before now they can't take advantage of, because people cannot even see the clear opportunities. It needs those ahead looking behind, taking resources that are made available to them, being encouraged and supported by the system to help and hold the ones at the bottom of the entrepreneurship pyramid, so that we can move more up. And so it's not even a pyramid. We can have a drum and concentration at the top. May the Lord help us. Thank you.
I told you. I told you. She has announced the clarion call for us to take ownership of our economic future. A big clarion call. And for some of you who do not understand exactly how important this is, in 2014, on the 5th of March, we had 500,000 people, all between the ages of 18 and 35. scattered across all the stadiums in the country. 68,000 in the Abuja National Stadium, all searching for one job at the National Immigration Service. 7.5 million people applied for the same job online, and they were all between the ages of 18 and 35. This is a clarion call for us to tap our entrepreneurial DNA and begin to mobilize our energies in the right direction. And stay away from the distraction of social media and mobilize our energies to create, like the young people who are creating all over the world. New technologies, the new money as they call it. It's no longer hardcore movements, but new money. Mrs. Bikuma Wushika, we thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. God bless you. Our next speaker happens to be someone who has actually showed how it is that you can mobilize your energies and be the change that you seek. He was a graduate of engineering from the University of Agriculture, Beokuta, and had sound experiences in data visualization, analytics, strategy, and business development while working with two of Nigeria's leading commercial banks. And being a firm adherent of open data and how it guarantees transparency and initiates communities to action, he co-founded a civic organization in Nigeria named Budget. Budget, founded in 2011 during a technology boot camp organized by the Co-Creation Hub, uses technology of any form that appeals across every literacy span to make public data more accessible, transparent, and understandable to citizens. Budget also provides infographics, visualization, civic technology, and data comprehension support to citizens, civil society organizations, and public institutions across West Africa. He's a consultant to DFID UK on its federal government reform projects. He's a recipient of Ashoka Fellowship, Aspen New Voices Fellowship, Future Awards, and Knight Fellowship with the International Center for Journalists. An executive education in Stanford University on social entrepreneurship, and was named by Quartz Africa as Africa's 30 leading innovators. He's a member of a Harambul Entrepreneur Alliance and also sits on One Africa Policy Advisory Board. He writes for The Guardian UK and the Premium Times. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the platform Oluseun Onigbinde.
I'm very, very happy and honored and privileged to speak at the platform. This should be like, I've been attending the platform since 2010. So I've always been at the other side. So if I say hello from the other side, I hope you understand. Yeah, so hello. I will speak about data. That's what I do essentially in Budget. But I would just want to share some data with you about Nigeria. Whoa. I would just want to share some data with you about Nigeria. And when we share those data about Nigeria, we understand where we're coming from as a country. This is a country that we're talking about oil. And 13% of our GDP is oil. And 13% of that GDP accounts for 70% of government revenue. Just follow with me with the math. Now, 87% of the GDP, where is that? If you look at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, if you take out Alhaji Dangote from the stock exchange, his companies, 6% value of the stock exchange. The structure of the economy is not even the stock exchange. Serious crisis here as a country, and I always ask myself, what did we do wrong as a country? Because we have oil, even the oil that we have as a country, you know, the oil that we did not do anything except collect rent. You know, you understand how someone's father or parents can leave a big property for you, then you don't clean it, you don't make it look tidy, you don't fix it. You don't build petrochemicals, you don't build plastic industries, you don't build refineries from it. The only thing you do is you stay by the terminal and you watch the cargo pass by and say, Oga, your cargo is passing by, pay my rent into the JP Morgan account. And that's what we have been doing for years. But now, like